Christian Bale's infant in the movie The Prestige was played by one of the children of Christopher Nolan, who was the writer, producer and director for that movie. Mark Ruffalo, who plays Hulk, revealed that he was given a fake script for Infinity War due to his habit of accidentally spoiling past Marvel movies. He jokingly claimed in an interview that the fake script was better than the real one. During the filming of Seven, Brad Pitt fell while filming a scene in which his character, Detective Miles, chases John Doe in the rain. Pitt's arm went through a car windshield, requiring surgery. The accident was worked into the script. Coincidentally, the original script called for Detective Miles to be injured during the sequence. In The Joker, Joaquin Phoenix based his laugh on videos of people suffering from pathological laughter. He also sought to portray a character with which audiences could not identify. Timothée Chalamet auditioned for the role of Spider-Man in Captain America: Civil War, but he lost out to Tom Holland. Mark Ruffalo won his role for Shutter Island after sending Martin Scorsese a fan letter saying how much he wanted to work with him. On Knives Out, Rian Johnson wanted to cut Blank's donut speech, but Daniel Craig convinced him that it was good. Watching the actor deliver it sold Rian on keeping the entire thing. The main characters of The Prestige initials spell Abra, Alfred Borden and Robert Angier, as in abracadabra, a common word used by magicians. Jake Gyllenhaal and Denis Villeneuve had such a great time doing Enemy that Villeneuve cast him for Prisoners without any audition. Tom Holland was not allowed to read the script for Infinity War since he revealed too many secrets for Spider-Man: Homecoming. Samantha Morton was originally the voice of Samantha in the movie Her. She was present on the set with Joaquin Phoenix every day. After the filming wrapped and Spike Jonze started editing the movie, he felt like something was not right. With Morton's blessing, he decided to recast the role, and Scarlett Johansson was brought and replaced Morton, re-recording all the dialogue. Ryan Reynolds was allowed to keep his Deadpool costume after filming had completed. Actually, he didn't ask to, nor did he give anybody the chance to take it from him. When 20th Century Fox found out about this, they didn't care and just let him keep it. Throughout all of his portrayals of Logan, Hugh Jackman stated that he learned his American accent from copying Johnny Depp. In an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Christopher Nolan explained that in the movie Inception, he based the roles of the Inception team similar to the roles that are used in filmmaking. Cobb is the director, Arthur is the producer, Ariadne is the production designer, Ames is the actor, Saito is the studio, and Fisher is the audience. Completing the animation for Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse required up to 180 animators, the largest crew ever used by Sony Pictures Animation for a movie. Daniel Radcliffe reportedly broke 80 wands throughout the franchise of Harry Potter because he used them as drumsticks. In La La Land, according to composer Justin Hurwitz, all the piano performances featured in the film was first recorded by pianist Randy Kirby during pre-production. Ryan Gosling then spent 2 hours a day, 6 days a week, in piano lessons, learning the music by heart. By the time filming had begun, Gosling was able to play all the piano sequences seen in the film without the use of a hand double or CGI. Throughout the movie Jojo Rabbit, Adolf Hitler offers Jojo cigarettes multiple times. In real life, he hated cigarettes. He did not allow others to smoke around him. The Joker is the first R-rated movie in history to make $1 billion worldwide. Denzel Washington turned down the part that went to Brad Pitt for the movie Seven, telling Entertainment Weekly that the film was too dark and evil. Washington later regretted his decision upon seeing a screening. Tom Holland said that although he is a big fan of Chris Pratt and loved working with him in Infinity War, their scenes together were often challenging. Chris Pratt's tendency to joke in and out of character made it hard for Holland to keep a straight face at times. There are only 16 visible cuts in the entire Birdman movie. Shia LaBeouf was arrested for public intoxication in July of 2017 in Savannah, Georgia. He was ordered to attend a 10-week rehab program where he discovered that he had PTSD and began writing the screenplay for Honey Boy. Saoirse Ronan had done some stage work prior to filming Lady Bird, and the heavy makeup combined with hot stage lights had caused some spontaneous eruption of acne. Rather than covering it up, makeup artist Jacqueline Knowlton and Ronan convinced writer and director Greta Gerwig to leave it visible, to differentiate this movie from most other coming-of-age dramas full of teenagers with perfect skin. Speed-cubbing champions Tyson Mayo, Tobey Mayo, and Lars Petrus were hired to coach Will Smith to solve a Rubik's Cube in under 2 minutes in Pursuit of Happiness. The guitar that Daisy DeMarge, Jennifer Jason Leigh played while singing Jim Jones at Botany Bay was a priceless antique from the 1870s, on loan from the Martin Guitar Museum and worth $40,000. At the end of the song, the script called for John the Hangman Roth, Kurt Russell, to grab the guitar and smash it to pieces. 6 replicas were built for the shoot, and were supposed to be substituted for the real instrument for the smashing shot. But due to miscommunication, Kurt Russell was not informed and destroyed the original guitar before anybody could stop him. Jennifer Jason Leigh's shocked reaction to this is genuine and can be seen in the released film. The Martin Guitar Museum subsequently announced they would never loan guitars to film shots again. 7 is also coincidentally the 7th highest grossing film of 1995. Sir Christopher Lee, or Saruman, read The Lord of the Rings once a year until his death in 2015, and had done so since the year it was published. He was also the only member of the cast and crew to ever meet with Tolkien. When Matt Damon was in his 5th year at Harvard, he was in playwriting class. The culmination of it was to write a 1-act play, and he had just started writing a movie, which, with the help of Ben Affleck, became Good Will Hunting. During the movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, when Sharon goes to a showing of her movie The Wrecking Crew, the filmmakers choose to use the actual film rather than recreating the scenes with Margot Robbie. The real Sharon Tate briefly appears on screen. William Dafoe and Robert Pattinson stated that they barely spoke a word to each other on the set of The Lighthouse, and were too exhausted to hang out together after a day of shooting because filming was so physically demanding due to miserable weather conditions. While Pattinson stayed at a normal hotel with the rest of the film crew during the shoot, Dafoe lived in a little fisherman's cottage in solitude. On set, on the other hand, Pattinson would tend to eat and stay by himself during filming breaks, while Dafoe stayed with the crew. Both stated that they liked each other very much as soon as they had their first real conversation a few months later. The homeless people who worked as extras in Pursuit of Happiness received a full day's pay at minimum wage at $8 per hour and free meals. For some, it was the first money they had made in a while. For his role as Freddie Mercury, Rami Malek was fitted with special prosthetic teeth to recreate Freddie's prominent overbite. After filming Wrapped, Rami kept the teeth as a memento from the shoot, eventually having them cast in gold. Shia hadn't spoken to his father for 7 years prior to making the movie Honey Boy. He got his father to sign the rights agreement by telling him that Mel Gibson would be playing him in the movie. He knew Mel Gibson had already turned down the role, even though Mel was supportive of Shia and his movie. After the death of Robin Williams, the Boston Public Garden park bench where he and Matt Damon had their conversation scene in Good Will Hunting became an impromptu memorial site for the actor. In the movie The Lighthouse, the scene where William Dafoe's character gives the sea curse to Robert Pattinson's character because he doesn't like his cooked lobster was shot in one single take. According to director Robert Eggers, Dafoe didn't blink for over 2 minutes. After the script of The Hateful Eight leaked online, writer and director Quentin Tarantino did not want to make the movie. However, after they did a brief reading of the script in Los Angeles, the cast was stunned and got excited for the film, and with Samuel L. Jackson pursuing him to do this movie, Tarantino accepted. The title of Shutter Island is an anagram for Truths and Lies.